In today's video, I'm going to show you two different methods of how you can quickly get wood in Valheim, and in one of the methods, I'm going to call it the super snazzy method because it means you can actually get wood that you're not supposed to be able to get. What I mean by that is, let's say you're at the stage where you're not yet at bronze, right? So you've just got one of these stone axes. That means you can't chop down trees like, for example, birch trees or oak trees because they are too tough. Well, in this method, I'm going to show you how you can actually get that wood even before you get any bronze. The other method is just going to be your typical going out with an axe, but I do have some little tricks up my sleeve that I think you guys are going to find useful to get you more wood very quickly. So first thing we need to talk about is what you need to take with you when you set off. Now, one of the obvious things is the cart. If you are not sure about carts, I do have a video tutorial on that. I'll leave it in the pinned comment. Now, the cart is obviously going to mean that you can carry tons more storage right here, right? So you can take loads of wood with you because wood is heavy. If you don't have a cart, there are other things you could take that would help. For example, this thing right here, which is the megging yard. I hate this word, but you guys know this belt right here, right? It basically means you have 450 carry weight instead of the usual 300. If you want to get one of these, you need to go to the trader. Again, there is a video tutorial in the pinned comments that will show you how to get one of these from the trader. Now, beyond that, obviously, you want to take out your axes, but one thing to consider is axes are going to be able to break like reasonably quickly when you're chopping down trees. So you may want to take several axes, or you may want to take some sort of workbench or forge or something like that with you, or the materials to make that stuff, you know. So you can set up like a little bit of a work area while you're out and about. As always, having a lot of food is a good idea. Chopping down wood does require stamina, so the better your stamina is, the better. And, you know, weapons and armor, never a bad idea, because who knows what you're going to encounter when you're out and about. That stuff is all fairly obvious. Let's get into the super snazzy method and also the way that you can get wood very fast here in Valheim. Another quick tip for this video, guys, is to activate your Elder ability if you have defeated the Elder boss by coming back to your spawn point, pressing E to activate the power. So it will say activated, and then it will say ready down in the bottom left near your HP. You can press F when you are ready to activate this and near the trees. If you want a video tutorial on how to quickly defeat the Elder boss, I will leave that in the pinned comments as well for you guys to check out. Okay, so for just the normal, you know, going out with your axe and chopping down trees, here are some little tips. Obviously, we got our cart here. We want to set that up. Just a quick thing, guys, don't have your cart too near where you're going to be chopping down the trees, because if a tree falls on it, it can destroy the cart, and, you know, then you can't use it. So yeah, don't do that. We want to find a very densely populated area of trees, so somewhere where there's lots of trees close together like you see here, and then it's just a case of starting to chop them down. Revolutionary, right? You chop down trees to get wood, but here's the thing. When they fall, they will start falling into each other and doing damage to each other for you. So that one there has already fallen into that one there, as you can see. So it's sort of leaning on this one right now. So now if I chop this one down, there we go. It only took one hit because it was already damaged, and as it falls there, did anything break off? Sometimes, like, some will break off. In that case, no, but we're not done yet, so we're going to leave those. Oh, there we go, some did break off. So there we go, we got some wood here without even needing to do anything. Okay, great, so now we can chop down this tree. And you can see there's another tree that's already fallen in the area there. In fact, there's a couple here. So we chop these trees here down. This is birch, it's a little bit harder. And look at this. They're all like crushing each other and killing each other. And now we take this one down. And basically what you end up with doing is just saving yourself a whole lot of time, because by chopping down these trees, oh my goodness, we got to run away. One thing you're doing this, you do need to be careful, because you have trees falling everywhere. But you're just going to save yourself a whole lot of time from having to chop down too many trees. So with this method, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this little tree graveyard, that's what I was trying to say. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to go to a new area, and let me just check I've got no wood on me. Okay, I'm going to change that. I'm going to get rid of all this wood, because I'm going to go and do this now just for 5 minutes. I'm going to show you guys how much wood I get in 5 minutes with a bronze axe that I have here in this area. So let's see how we do. Alrighty, guys, this is my haul. I actually had to change axes halfway through, so I ran out of durability on the bronze. So this was partly bronze and partly stone axe for 5 minutes. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks plus 22, so 222 wood in 5 minutes. I mean, that is not bad at all, and I certainly think a lot quicker than if you were just chopping down trees in a different method where they're not close to each other like this. Now, one thing to say is the logs, when they fall, obviously part of what we're doing here is getting them very close to each other. So another little tip is you can stand here like this, and if I left click somewhere in the middle of these, you'll see I'm hitting both logs right now. They're both taking damage. So again, when you're chopping down the logs at this stage, you can do this to make sure you're being as efficient as possible, chopping down the logs by hitting them both at the same time, doing lots of damage and getting lots of wood. Okay, so for the super snazzy method, you need to take a few things different with you. First of all, you don't need any axes, which I know is a bit weird for a wood cutting tutorial. It's worth taking them anyway, because what we're basically going to do is we're going to get a troll to smash up a load of wood for us. Now, when the troll does this, what he'll do is just smash at the trees, and you're going to get him to hit you, and I'm going to show you how to do this, but you might end up with some logs left on the floor that you still want to chop up. So you can take an axe with you, but the whole point of this, right, is that you don't necessarily need the axe that you need to get the wood, if that makes sense. I think so, guys, right? Anyway, so you don't need to take that. Having a cart nearby, not a terrible idea, because if you can get the troll to chop down enough, you can still have obviously loads of wood stored up. So that might be something worth considering. Now, we're fighting a troll here, guys, right? So we are going to need a good amount of food. It's worth having like a good shield and also some weapons, because eventually when you're done, when the troll's chopped down enough wood for you and you're like, okay, you're dismissed, good troll, what you want to do is kill him. So I recommend a bow and arrows for this. I have done a video tutorial on how to easily kill these trolls using a bow and arrow, and literally all you need is wood and arrows and any bow, and it's actually pretty simple. If you want to check that out, it'll be in the pinned comments as well. So also it's good to have some armor and stuff like that too. But let's have a look at how we actually, get this troll to do some tree cutting for us. Just very quickly, in case you didn't know this, if you are looking for a troll, you will need to go to a black forest biome. That is where they can spawn. Okay, so we've managed to find a troll on the edge of the Black Forest, and just up here is a birch tree. So I'm going to show you this with some birch trees, and there's some beech trees nearby as well. Now, birch tree, you need bronze to chop down. So this would be a way that you can get some birch trees, and there's a couple here together, which is perfect. You can get these birch trees chopped down without needing to have any sort of axe whatsoever. So what I'm going to do right now is just let him get kind of close to me, so he's going to have a hit, but instead of hitting me, he's going to hit these trees. So here we go, we'll let him get really close. As soon as he starts to hit, you want to get out of there, but there we go, he knocked. Okay, this time he knocked one of the beech trees. Okay, now we move again, and there we go. There goes the birch tree right there. So you could do this for quite a while and get these trees chopped down. Now what I want to do is stand near here. So he's going to chop at that, and there we go. He's gone and hit the birch tree in half. Okay, so now, oh my goodness. And you do need to get out there pretty quickly, but there we go. We've got some wood right there. I think one of the birch trees, he's chopped it entirely. But you see how much wood he's chopping down here just by having a go at me. Hey, buddy, I'm still here. All right, don't lose interest. Yep. All right, come back, and then have a go at me again. And run. Oh, he missed everything. That was a bad shot from him. But you can see the point, right? So you just keep doing this basically until such a time when he has chopped down enough wood and you're ready to kill him, I suppose. But yeah, once he chops down the rest of this birch, we'll see how much we got from this little thing right here. Okay, so I just went and picked up all the wood, and as you can see there, we got 68 normal wood and also 15 fine wood. And that was just from like a few seconds of letting him do that. We could have let him go through pretty much this entire forest for us if we had wished. So yeah, and it looks like I've even missed some there. So as you can see, it's a pretty efficient way of doing this, and as I say, it will get you wood that you can get ahead of when you should be able to get it within the game. So if today's video helped and you want to see more Valheim content, please do consider liking and subscribing for plenty more of these types of videos. For this one, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. So today's video was of course about gathering resources, specifically wood, but how about you guys? What is the resource that you're finding most difficult to get a lot of in the game, that you're finding you need a lot of? Let me know down in the comments, and who knows, maybe I'll make a future tutorial on how to get a lot of that one.